What's up, guys? Okay, so we're here with Carolyn, and I actually met Carolyn through Temple. How
hmm
long ago did we meet?
In June, so 3.5-ish months ago.
3.5 months
Yeah,
ago. And this lady is
yeah.
like incredible.
Thank you.
So there is a system within Temple. Why don't you explain to what is Temple?
Well, Temple is a community-based fitness tech app that holds people accountable in four areas. Uh, We have the mind, body, spirit, and then if coaches choose to, they can uh, build a business and grow their own wealth.
Okay,
So
and Carolyn has actually grown your business,
I
right?
have, I have, yeah,
And you're a single mom,
yes,
right?
yes.
And your child is gone.
Well, all three of them are gone.
They're
Yes,
gone.
yes.
Okay, how old are your kids?
My oldest will be 25 in a couple of weeks. And then I have a 23-year-old, and they're both married. And then my 20-year-old is just a few days from coming home from a mission.
Oh,
So
so
exciting.
excited. All right. Well, I think she's incredible. You guys are going to hear her method of structure with her team so
hmm
that if it works for you, you can duplicate it or ask her for any questions that you might have. So, Carolyn, let us know.
Okay. Well, I think the biggest thing with my why of doing this is because I want to help people feel seen and help them to recognize their strengths and then learn to use those strengths in a way that can help them to grow their business if they choose to, or even just help them in their lives. So uh, when I oh, so um, when I started growing my team, I wanted to have all of them feel like I knew them personally. That's really important to me. I actually have a master's in leadership and management because I recognized through some other jobs that I have a strength to be able to get to know people and to create opportunities for them to succeed. So I want to take their strengths and let them use them and give them the tools that they need in combination with their own strengths that they already possess to succeed in whatever they choose to do. And I've tried to do that with everyone throughout my life, even if I'm not working with them, but just people that I meet, I want to really uplift them.
So, how do you do that exactly? Do you go individually with the person, and is there specific questions that you ask them to get to that point?
Yeah, my favorite question to ask people, you say, hi, I'm Carolyn. And they say their own name. And you might have like one or two sentences briefly of just small talk. But then my favorite question to ask them is what makes Anna E Anna E? I don't say who is Anna E. I don't say what do you do for a living. I say what makes Anna E Anna E. And most of the time people have to really, they're like, stop and reflect on that, because I'm not asking what you do for a living. I you're probably a mom and that's fantastic, but that's not what makes you you. That's not what you're becoming. You're already that because you've been given those opportunities in life, but what makes you light up? What brings you joy? What does your soul speak to you about? So that's my favorite question to ask people. I love that.
So let's do an example.
Uh-huh.
Like, ask me that.
Yeah.
Let's show these
Yeah.
guys you in action. Ask
hmm
me that because I'm trying to think of how I would answer it.
Yeah. Okay. Anna E, you seem like an amazing person. What makes you you? You have a bright light. What makes you shine?
What makes me me? That is such a great question because I feel like it's collective. I'm fascinated with art and creativity and creating things
Mm-hmm.
and making things beautiful and putting things together and helping people put themselves back together, kind of thing. So I don't know if that makes me who I am.
That's perfect. That's what your soul is, right? That's your soul is creative. You have different outlets for creativity. That's what I want to understand. Almost everyone I ask, at least almost every woman that I ask, says that they are creative and they're creating something, but the avenues with which they do it is always different. So
Interesting.
when people ask me what makes me me, I am creating, what I try to create again is opportunities for people to recognize their strengths I really, really strive to see people, and I get so much joy over being someone's biggest cheerleader. And I will work my tail end off to help them succeed and grow. So that's what makes me me.
I love that. I love that. So with your team right now,
Mm-hmm.
and are you structured? How many do you have that you're over on your team?
I think, well, I have about 20 that I'm working really closely with, but then Tim has his own, you know, branch of the family tree, I call it, that I don't know and interact with as much because he's kind of taken on the responsibility of leading them on his own, which is exactly what the goal is ultimately for
And
him.
how do you keep track of everybody?
A lot of talking on the phone and a lot of texting. The the key for me is asking the right questions and then really paying attention when they respond. And I don't know how to explain how I do it, but when we're in a situation, I'll really try to pay attention to when one person comments something or does something, how did that person respond or react? What look on their face made them, you know, twitch a little or made them smile or glow a little bit more? Uh, I can, I try to remember about my one friend that she doesn't like tomatoes on her salad because I've observed that she picks them off whenever we've had a salad, right? Or even remembering people's children's names and little bits about them when I see that, because my children bring me an immense amount of joy. When I see that their children also bring them joy, and that's the part of the life that they're in right now, that's really all encompassing for them is their children. So trying to remember their names. I go attend sporting events with my friends to watch their kids, support their kids, uh, just try to,
Stay connected with
yeah,
them in every
really
way.
connect with them and pay attention to the little things that bring them joy, that make them happy, that make them help them to feel seen and heard, because that's still a choice. I can't make them do anything, right? It's still a choice.
So what? How does that benefit your structure? How does that benefit them that you
So
know this?
I think for starters, it's brought some amazing people to my team. I cannot go on long enough about the talent that has that I've that we've been able to create, that we've been able to bring together, the collective talent. And when I first started to get a team of 5 or 6 people, I started a group chat. And the first thing I did in that group chat was I had all of my team members, I asked them to tell me what their two greatest strengths were, what they thought their two greatest strengths were. And I need to do it again because we've added several people since then. But we started there. And then I acquired more people that have other talents, and then just listening to them and observing them and learning that we have someone that is amazing with nutrition and has studied it for a very long time and used it to heal herself. She's still working through that, but she has a lot to say on nutrition. I have somebody that's amazing at sales and marketing and wants to help develop uh, training modules to so that people can go and tell about Temple better. I have somebody who's built and sold a business and has been very successful in that world. I learned that one of the members of Tim's direct team is incredibly versed in the social scene, like not the party scene, but the social impact scene as far as what government officials are focusing on, where there's bonds that can be used to help improve the social impact here in Salt Lake, not worldwide. Like we're starting here in Salt Lake, right? We have to start where we're at. So he has some ideas, some actionable items that we can put into place now to help make a difference. And we're not even fully launched yet. So this is super exciting to me. So another thing that I've done in the past, and I've focused on a lot since then, is people's names, learning their names. I actually went through a lot of my life where I didn't hear my name very frequently. I heard mom from my kids, and I love that name. And then after is making some changes, I realized that that was really important to me, and I hadn't heard my name for a really long time, very frequently from people that I loved. And so I've tried to get to know people's names, and even when I'm texting, I will try to use their names every few texts so that they remember that that's who they that's part of them. That's
Yeah, I've actually
key.
noticed that's the difference with me too. If somebody doesn't take the time to actually say my name right, I mean, I
Mm.
get it. Anna E. Anna E is a hard name to say.
Carolyn, not Caroline.
Yeah, Carolyn, Caroline. But yeah, like it genuinely, I feel more connected to somebody when they've actually taken the effort, made the effort to just say my name right,
Mm-hmm.
and then just remember it.
Yeah,
So I do my best to remember people's
I
names.
think it's a
Like
great tool.
it's I feel like it is that's like one of the most important key
Yeah,
elements of connecting
yeah.
with people.
And then to continue on from that, developing my team is huge for me. I want us to be able to share our strengths collectively. I think we'll make a great team. So I'm hosting team trainings on my own that I'm going to utilize the strengths that the other people I've learned that the other people have, and then have one or two people per training come up and share something with us about what they know that they can share with the group. And my goal is always to try and create an actionable item out of that, so that we're not just listening to it and then it goes away, but we're putting it into practice. So I
Yeah,
have,
apply. And
yeah,
that way they can learn it
yeah,
faster.
yeah. And so I have one in a couple of weeks that I have one member of my team, the one that's built and sold the business. He's coming to talk to us about mindset and how to create, like, visualize what we want, because Rachel even said this the other day. So many of us are set in the poverty mindset. We can't even fathom making $1 million. Like, it sounds
Yeah.
ridiculous to us, right? It sounds
Yeah.
so over the moon, just beyond what we
We've
need.
already talked ourselves into being okay with where we're
Right,
at. Like,
exactly,
whatever,
exactly.
we don't need money.
Right.
Like, what are we going to use it for?
Yeah. So he's going to come and talk to us about creating a visualization of what we want. And the start of it, I know, is like, so the actionable item, which I'm going to just say on here, but it's going to be write down 100 things that you want. So, I mean, I could probably get to 25, 30 without too much thought. But after that, I don't know what I'm going to write. So it's going to be really a challenge, and I'm going to have everyone do that over the course of a couple of weeks, and then those that complete it, I'm going to put their names into a drawing for a massage.
I love that.
So to incentivize them, and I really want them to grow with this, and then we'll continue that, and have him continue to teach us beyond that, to where we get to where the first of the year comes, and I want them to be able to create a vision board for the first of the year. So that's my goals in that area, and then I want to work on the social impact side as well.
Would you mind writing out like your little program of how you just write it out?
Of what I'm doing?
Uh-huh.
No, I wouldn't. I mean, I haven't gotten past that one, but yeah.
Well, I mean, that's where you start, right?
Yeah,
So I would
yeah.
love to get my team together and have you come teach them to do what you're doing.
Well, and the idea is that eventually they're going to be leading their own teams.
Yes.
Right. So my strength, I do have a strength in leadership. I want to be able to help people learn how to be better leaders. This is the way I do it. It's not the same way for everyone, right? Everyone's different. But yeah, absolutely. I would love to come and share. These are hugely important things to me. I think so many of us walk around not feeling like we're special in any way. Our names help us feel special. They help us feel unique. When we ask people what makes them them, that helps them feel unique, because everyone really is different. We have some similarities for sure. We're both moms. Yes, of course. And that is a big piece of who we are, but it's not the piece of who we are.
It's part of us.
Yes, yes.
And I think I'm one of those people that struggles with this confidence of knowing if I can do this. If I can I can lead people. I've but then I still have the lack of confidence, which is so weird.
So do I.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like we're doing everything,
Yes.
but then still have the lack of confidence that we're doing it.
Right.
It's just
We're doing it right. Is this the right way? And that's the thing. There isn't a right way. I think that you will be led to the people that you need to touch. I think that the people that need you as their cheerleader will find you. And that's I'm looking at in looking at my team, I actually am really good friends with many of them already. And I've been able to lead them to this opportunity, but they didn't come because of the opportunity necessarily. They came because they trust me, because they know that I'm going to continue to lead them and to help them grow. And yeah, and then eventually they take on their own teams, and I'm not really going to be as involved in as much with
yeah, you won't
with
have
these
to because
people. Right.
you've set up a system that
Right.
works.
But yeah, like having an outline, having a guideline sort of to how some tips to do on how to
Yeah,
do that would be great. Yeah.
for me that would be helpful to actually see, because although I am a visual person, as you're talking
Mhm.
about it, I can see it.
Mhm.
I also have to see it, like
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah. That's fine.
You
I can
know,
totally do that.
like even if it's like a like a tree,
Yeah.
like your little
Yeah.
tree of life.
Yeah. I have my.
You
I do.
know,
I have my tree
and how
written
you do
down.
that like
Mhm.
method. Because when I go through and when I go through and I have a checklist of things that I need to get done, I
Mhm.
always go with the order of importance, and then
Right.
kind of get through my checklist and do that, and then the people that I need to talk to, and then who they need to talk to, and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
But I have to write it all down,
Yeah.
so it makes sense to me.
Yeah. And that's one thing that I struggled with in the past is writing it down. I've tried to keep it all in my brain. I have a notebook that I carry around with me now and write down a lot of things. Or thankfully, we can mark texts as unread. So I can know
So
I
you
need
can
to
go
go back
back.
and get
That's
back to it.
right. Yep. That's so you
So
go back.
that was like the best day ever when I learned that I can mark texts unread. But I think I didn't I have not had a lot of confidence in myself in the past. I've been on a journey to get me to where I could take this opportunity and open the door for myself and open the door for other people. I'm really grateful for it coming into my life when it did.
Now let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Because when I first met you, you were like not about talking to anybody. We were sat in this little conference room.
Yes.
There was like 7 or 8 of us, and you were like, so shy.
So people think I'm shy. I'm not afraid to talk. I just don't like to be the center of attention.
Yeah.
So they think I'm shy, but I'm really just observing.
Okay.
I'm watching people. I do have a hesitation for sure. So fear of rejection is my number one fear. And I've repeated the pattern so many times in my life. And this summer it's just been really interesting the way that you're given the things that you need when you need them. So I found this opportunity. Spencer introduced me to Temple back at the first part of June. I didn't really understand it a lot until we had that meeting, and then I was like, oh, I'm supposed to be inviting people to do this with me.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know who I'm gonna ask. I don't know anyone. I'm not connected like that. I have lots and lots of friends, and they're great friends, but they're not necessarily bodybuilders. Like, I've never been a coach. I've never hired a coach. I show up every day, and
That's the difference right
yeah,
there, right?
yeah, it's
You
just the
show up.
consistency.
Mm-hmm.
And I have been for 30 years. So yeah, I have muscle and I'm strong and I love that about myself. But that doesn't mean all my friends are coaches. So I was very, very nervous about approaching people to share something with them that I wasn't even sure of myself. And I still don't approach a lot of people, honestly. If it comes up organically, then I'll share it. The key has been talking to people, and over time just having them watch what I'm doing and continuing to share the excitement that is building, then they're like, maybe I want to do this too. And so that's been where it's been successful for me. I haven't had a lot of luck with people that I've just randomly found at the gym. I'll talk to them, they'll be all excited, I'll get their contact information. For me, that doesn't work. They don't respond.
Yeah.
I don't know
And then it's awkward at the gym when you see them.
Yeah. Thankfully, I bounce around from
I'm
location to location.
I've done
so
that a
it
couple
doesn't
times. I'm
happen
like,
that much.
so what do you think? Are you
Yeah.
coming? Are you coming? Are you
Yeah.
coming? Finally, I'm like, hey, what's up? And I stop talking
Yeah.
to them
Yeah.
about it because I get
Yeah.
so annoyed.
Yeah. Because I don't want to pressure people at
Yeah.
all. If they don't want to take the opportunity, that's totally fine. Me, 2 years ago, even 1 year ago, I would have been like, nope. But just working through my fear of rejection and realizing that it's okay if not everyone wants to do it. It's okay that they don't necessarily get as excited about it as I do. They don't might not see it. And for me at this point, it's if it doesn't work, then I'm out a little bit of time and I've made a huge network of great friends. So for me, it's a win either way. But I really see that this is going to go far. So
Yeah, I don't see it not working.
me neither.
I don't.
Me neither.
And I don't actually join anything. I'm the same. I'm an observer. I don't
Yeah.
like to be the center of attention. Like,
Yeah.
um, but I sit back. But when I actually do have a feeling that something that I need to, and I feel driven.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel completely driven.
Yeah.
And it kind of aligns with everything that I believe in.
Yeah. And that's me too. It's a platform that we're going to be able to use to build community. And we all need community. Loneliness is the biggest epidemic on the earth right now. And in the United States, it's extra horrible. And in Utah, it's extra bad. And I'm a single woman with no kids left at home. I feel that I have to find ways to create connection on my own. And when I can do this and do it around something that I'm passionate around fitness, because fitness has kept my brain sane for the last forever, and good nutrition. And when my kids were growing up, I tried really hard to feed them healthy. There's all the different information that you can receive, right? But this has been a passion of mine for a long time. So if I can take that knowledge that I've grown on my own and then apply it to a business opportunity and use that to create opportunities for other people and to help other people, then how much better does it get than that?
It doesn't.
How much better does it get?
It's awesome.
So I'm really
so great.
excited about it. But yeah, I don't know. Back to the team part, like I just helping them feel seen and heard. Over communicate is another thing. I've been really in our group chat. I mean, I hate group chats because they go crazy, but that's the best way to make sure that most people hear things. I know there are some people that don't read them, so I reach out to them individually and make sure that they're informed also.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So you're not leaving anybody out.
No. And no one, I don't want anyone to feel left out or that they're less important. And I tell them all the time, if there's ever concern, come talk to me. We'll figure it out. I don't have all the answers.
Now, what else do you do besides this?
Besides Temple, I am the managing director of finance and HR and all the back end stuff for a small nonprofit organization. So I've got a lot.
Are you working part-time, full-time?
Full-time.
Okay, so full-time and doing Temple. If she can do it, you guys can do it.
Yeah, it's a lot. My thumbs are sore. I'm just teasing. Yeah, it's a lot of being able to manage time and I've created a Google Calendar for my team with Temple, so I put my day job meetings, I call them, on that calendar,
so they know
so that they know when I'm not available. So I try to keep them really updated. They can schedule their PTLs and their one-on-ones or whatever around that, and I'm happy to help to present. If I'm not available, then we have Alex, we have Tim. So, but they at least know what my day and my week looks like, and that I won't maybe respond right away. And that's another thing too. I try to be present where I'm at, but I also try not to let questions go unanswered for too long. So if one of them texts me and has a question, I'll respond as quickly as I can. I might not get to my friend that says, we're just talking about whatever, but I'll try to answer my team as immediately as possible. And if they have more concerns, I'll help them set up meetings, help them set up contacts with whoever they can.
So be transparent.
Totally transparent.
Over communicate.
Communicate.
Schedule. Plan.
Yes.
Google Calendar.
Yes.
Organize.
Yeah.
Stay connected. Involve yourself in their lives.
Yes, I've said this for a long time. You give me 5 minutes, I'll be like sitting on your lap, like just cozying up. And not literally, but I really, really love to know people, understand them. You can't have as much compassion and empathy for people if you don't understand what they're going through.
That's true.
So
that is very true.
Skipping the small talk and going straight to the
rushing through anything at all.
Yep. And that takes time, and it does take time to build trust. So perhaps that's why some people have joined after little snippets here and there of what Temple is, right? You're building trust slowly. Yeah. And I have some members on my team that I talked to about it in June, and they just barely got on board a week or two ago, but I didn't know them very well. They've been watching and observing through the summer, and little connections here and there, or reaching out, hey, are you still interested? I don't want to bug you, but it's just like the little touches, constant little touches over time.
Always stay connected.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
I know that you're going to be gone for the next 3 weeks. Right?
Well, not completely. I'll just be gone for the meetings the next 3 weeks.
That's still forever.
Yes.
It's like the only time I see you.
I'll be available in the evenings. I have Starlink, so I should have internet off and on. But and I'm a little bit nervous about leaving, but I need to also.
You need to take a vacation.
Yeah,
you need a vacation.
Yeah, I'll be working. It's a working vacation because I have my other job also. That there's lots of things that have built up to where now, like today and tomorrow, we're going to be,
working.
Yeah, triggering a lot of other things.
Yeah.
But so I'll be available. But Alex and Tim are aware, and they'll
be able to pick up where you're gone.
Yeah, they're great anyway. They do a lot of it.
They're such great.
They're
great
fantastic.
Guys. Team effort.
Team effort. That's right.
Makes the world go round, actually.
And I'll put together a guideline kind of, or a checklist of sorts of what I'm doing to help develop my team.
I would love that. And I'll have whenever you get back, whenever is convenient for you, then I'll get my team together.
Okay.
So that, because they have questions. How do we get started? What do we need to do? They're all waiting for the videos to come out. And I'm like, well, what can we do while we're waiting for those videos? Like, let's see what we can do. So this video here is going to be sent out to everybody.
Okay.
I'll put it on the group chat.
Okay.
And and my team too, so that they know that there's more people out there that can do it.
Well, I would just start by asking them what their strengths are. See what they say, because they might come up with something totally different than what you see, even after observing. And then that just helps even more, because then you have more to play with. You
can build on their strengths.
Focusing on weaknesses, I've found, doesn't generally do any good. But focusing on strengths and letting people run with their strengths seems to work the best.
Yeah, I like that. I love that. Well, thank you.
Thank you, Anai, for letting me chat.
That was fun.
It's fun to share.
I love that. Okay. Bye, guys.